UFC star Colby Covington unleashes a furious rant after being snubbed from the White House card. Will the president's friend get his revenge? Plus, get ready for UFC Vegas 114 with all the weigh-in drama and fight previews. We've got the face-offs from UFC Fight Night 269, and you won't believe who the FBI is training with. It's UFC fighters. Don't miss any of it. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Don't miss any of it. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
UFC's friend of Trump left off White House card explodes in rant. Colby Covington, a prominent UFC fighter and known friend of President Donald Trump, has publicly voiced his extreme displeasure at being excluded from the highly anticipated UFC event scheduled for the White House grounds. This unprecedented fight card, set to coincide with President Trump's 80th birthday on June 14th, will feature an octagon on the South Lawn, celebrating 250 years of the United States. While the event promises limited ringside access, a staggering 85,000 free tickets will be distributed for fans to watch from a nearby park. Covington, who previously brought his interim welterweight belt to the Oval Office in 2018, expressed initial disappointment, calling himself a shoo-in for the card. He recounted his past support for Trump, wearing a MAGA hat in Times Square and advocating for him when few athletes did. Despite his history and friendship with both Trump and UFC President Dana White, Covington was not included in the six-fight card announced last weekend, which features several American fighters but notably omits him. He feels overlooked by both the UFC and Hunter Campbell, who he believes made the decision. His frustration escalated in a subsequent interview, where he described the card as poor and disorganized, questioning the selection of fighters like Michael Chandler, who he noted would be nearing 40, and Sean O'Malley, while lamenting the lack of a clear American representative for the nation's milestone birthday. The main event sees Justin Gaethje challenge Ilia Topuria for the lightweight title, but Covington believes it doesn't compensate for his exclusion. He suspects the UFC is intentionally delaying his return, possibly planning a fight against the winner of Gilbert Burns versus Mike Malott, which would push his next appearance to the latter half of the year. This layoff, he argues, leaves him in a difficult financial position, unable to pay bills while feeling disrespected after carrying the company and generating millions in revenue for meager pay. Fans have taken to social media, voicing their agreement with Covington's sentiments and expressing disappointment over his absence from such a historic event. Analysts are weighing in on the potential impact of this public fallout on Covington's career and his relationship with the UFC brass. Don't miss the full story on why Colby Covington is so furious. Coming up next, a deep dive into the UFC Vegas 114 weigh-ins and all the fighter face-offs. UFC Vegas 114 weigh-ins. Fighters make weight for Emmett vs. Vallejos showdown. Get ready for UFC Vegas 114 as the fighters officially hit the scales ahead of Saturday's action-packed event. The main event features a thrilling 145-pound featherweight bout between Josh Emmett and Kevin Vallejos. The co-headliner is equally exciting, with strawweight contenders Amanda Lemos and Jillian Robertson set to clash at 115 pounds. The event, taking place at the UFC's Apex facility in Las Vegas, Nevada, will be streamed live on Paramount+. All 28 fighters on the card successfully made weight, with the Nevada State Athletic Commission's 1-pound allowance in effect for non-title fights. The weigh-ins, which streamed live starting at 12 p.m. ET, also included the traditional stare-downs following the official weigh-ins. Key weigh-in results include Josh Emmett at 145 pounds and Kevin Vallejos at 145.5 pounds. Amanda Lemos tipped the scales at 116 pounds, matching Jillian Robertson. Other notable matchups include Ian Cutelaba versus Almer Sy, Jose Delgado versus Andre Fili, and Stephen Esplund versus Vitor Petrino, with all fighters successfully making their contracted weights within the allowed limits. Fans are buzzing about the matchups, particularly the main and co-main events, anticipating a night of explosive fights. See who's ready to rumble at UFC Vegas 114. Next up, a look at the intense face-offs from UFC Fight Night 269. UFC Fight Night 269. Fighters go face-to-face ahead of Saturday's battles. The tension is palpable as UFC Fight Night 269 fighters came face-to-face for the final time following Friday's weigh-ins at the Meta Apex in Las Vegas. The highly anticipated event, set to be broadcast on Paramount Plus, promises a night of thrilling mixed martial arts action. Fans can witness the intensity of these face-offs through the official video and photo gallery released by the UFC. The weigh-in ceremony saw all athletes successfully make their contracted weights, setting the stage for a night of compelling matchups. The gallery and video capture the intense stare-downs between competitors from all 14 scheduled bouts, highlighting the personal rivalries and the sheer determination on display. Supporters are already dissecting the matchups, with particular excitement surrounding the main card bouts. The face-offs have only amplified the anticipation, with fighters exchanging intense gazes and showcasing their readiness to compete. Social media is abuzz with discussions about who has the mental edge heading into Saturday's fights. Who has the edge after these intense face-offs? Stick around as we reveal who the FBI is partnering with for some unique training. FBI taps UFC fighters for historic, elite training seminar. In an unprecedented move, the FBI is set to collaborate with elite UFC fighters for a special training seminar at their Quantico headquarters. This initiative, aimed at enhancing the Bureau's counterterrorism efforts and providing agents with innovative training options, has been labeled a historic seminar by FBI Director Kash Patel. The partnership comes shortly before a significant UFC event scheduled at the White House on June 14th, coinciding with President Trump's 80th birthday. This collaboration highlights a growing trend of integrating high-level athletic training into law enforcement and national security protocols. While details remain scarce, the seminar is expected to leverage the physical and mental conditioning expertise of top UFC athletes to better equip FBI agents in their demanding roles. The move has sparked considerable discussion, with some anticipating a highly dynamic and unconventional training experience, drawing parallels to other instances where national sports figures have been involved in government initiatives. This unique partnership is generating buzz across social media, with fans and commentators alike speculating on the specific skills and tactics that will be shared. The FBI's decision to partner with combat sports athletes underscores a recognition of the unique discipline, resilience, and strategic thinking honed by professional fighters. Meanwhile, unrelated political news, such as Jake Paul's potential political aspirations and discussions surrounding international relations and domestic policy, continue to unfold, painting a complex picture of current events. Could this FBI-UFC partnership change the game for law enforcement? That's all for today's top stories, but don't go anywhere. We've got a lightning round recap coming up. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news. Colby Covington is furious after being snubbed from the White House UFC card. UFC Vegas 114 fighters made weight for their big showdowns. UFC Fight Night 269 fighters went head-to-head, and the FBI is getting in on the action with an elite UFC fighter seminar. You don't want to miss what's next, so make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. Like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social media channels for even more breaking news and exclusive content. We'll see you in the next one.